let's talk about quite the interesting plant, the yellow rattle. This is the yellow rattle. It is a type of plant that is quite widely spread throughout most of the northern hemisphere, found in most places in Europe, a few places in the United States and Canada, as well as areas in Asia like in Russia. It's called the yellow rattle because the fruits, when they are dried out, they have the seeds loose inside of them and they just kind of move freely around and make a rattling sound. Now, the yellow rattle is classified as hemiparasitic or a facultative parasite. That means that it is sometimes parasitic. In areas of low nutrients, they will send their root systems into the root systems of neighboring plants and kind of siphon off nutrients. Now, they don't do this all the time. They are capable of photosynthesis and making their own food, but they are also capable of parasitism. Now, this unique trait also makes them incredibly good for restoring native wildflower areas. In fields and meadows that normally are supposed to have a lot of native wildflowers but has been taken over by grasses, whether native or invasive grasses, yellow rattle seeds are usually deployed in order to help clear out those grasses. Since they are hemiparasites, the yellow rattles are deployed, they send their roots into the roots of the problem grasses and start to kind of clear out the grasses and make way for wildflowers to bloom in place. Now, this works because its main hosts for it to parasitize are things like legumes or grasses, and it typically leaves things like trees and other flower species and bushes alone. This helps to reduce dominating grasses and increase the biodiversity of meadows and plains areas. Now, most of the time this is a good thing, however, occasionally, especially in areas like the United States, they are seen as a crop pest when farmers want to grow grasses on purpose. When farmers are growing things like hay and other food grasses for livestock, it's not great having these guys in here parasitizing off of your grasses. So, occasionally they can become pests, but most of the time they are incredibly beneficial to an ecosystem.